So I think I fixed it. So let me just replay the second cylinder.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers.
White
I
Queen.
see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We
White
shall
Queen.
refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear
Thursday.
friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
I didn't see a volume 9. I did not see a volume 9. Fill it. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Diba? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's just 8 volumes here. I don't see a ninth volume. Maybe it's inside. Let's look inside. Mhm.
What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
Key of Brillier file. This key that bears the Elder sign is the only one able to protect your psyche. It is in the form of a cylindrical medallion, hanging at the end of a heavy chain. Hundreds of years ago, the star and the branch, whose pure purpose is to push back the forces of the great old ones, were engraved at its center. Everything points to it being Charles Hawkins that tore it from its last owner, an Egyptian antique dealer. Huh? In press cuttings that mention the misdemeanor, the date of the robbery coincides with the last Hawkins trips off to Cairo. It remains to be seen whether he knows of the purpose of the artifact. Try to find it. Ooh, interesting. Key of Brillier. Other things.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills?
Because of the nightmares, I would suppose. What do we got here? Well, apparently nothing. Aha.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
Okay. A page seems to be hidden here. It is possible to be read. To read. If somebody finds these memoirs, there will be no doubt that I am in serious trouble. My last and only hope is that my body and bones are still in this plane of reality in order that they be recovered and burned. The funeral urn must be given to my dear mother, if she is still of this world. The following message is capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity as sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. Lies within my safe, and the clues to the combination are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combines in the Greek world. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of the imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I admit that the reason usually prevails in the end. If by any chance, or should I say a genius, was to match my intellect and find the combination of the safe, I would ask that they deliver its content to the safekeeping of my friend and colleague, Professor Armitage of Miskatonic University. Content of this safe is not only a vast digest of knowledge, but also a weapon that is far too dangerous for it to fall in the wrong hands. I hope that you will be able to appreciate the danger that is present and that you will act accordingly in any event. I will neither be there to guide you nor to suffer from your actions. It's a typo. From your actions. So ano yung sinasabi niya dito regarding sa Greek world? These lines and demonstrate it lies within my safe. The clues to the combination are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study. combined with the group. Okay. Drake's memoirs. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Clues. Knowledge. Cylinder. Spec 10342. It's on the top. 1, 3, 4, 10342. 10343. Uh, uh, mm, mm, uh. Change lock. Greek world?
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do...
The chalice of knowledge.
Do the sapphires and rubies make up a specific motif?
confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers.
White Queen.
I see our number dwindling,
Number
and my will
dwindling.
strengthens as my apprehension grows.
Okay.
We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
Okay. So, number ng white pieces siguro. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, 4 yung gitna. Ito siguro.
The chalice of knowledge.
4 yung gitna.
The chalice of knowledge.
Rubies and sapphires. So, how many rubies? 1, 2. So, start tayo dito. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rubies. Sapphires. 6, 2. Well, asan yung sapphires though? I can see emeralds. Wait lang. Maybe something he said about that.
And these red drops, like precious stones lie
Red
fixed,
drops. So
set in
6.
divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail
It's
does not
6
protect me from its
4
attractions, Henry.
6 4
And
9.
I do
Kasi
confess it. I am willing to
Cylinder
pay to
3
know it,
is
dear
about
friend.
the
I thank you again for the
ninth
anthology
edition.
of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me.
649.
Volume 9, Azathoth and Other
649.
Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. Never
649.
tire of browsing through them.
649. It's 649, bitch. I know it. So it's gonna be 9. This is 6. Ah, this is 4 rather. And this is 6. Let's validate. Hmm. Maybe this is 3. I can see our numbers dwindling. 3. Hmm. 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 So maybe I have missed something. The rubies. Maybe it is 5, pero nasa labas na tong isang chess piece.
The Queen has little protection.
Rubies.
The Chalice of Knowledge.
1, 2. Wait. So in this orientation, that's 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's only 5. 549 or 539. Let's try 539. Wag natin isama yung queen. Okay, 539. There you go. Okay. Okay. Yes, bitch. Okay. Is that the Necronomicon? I'm gonna read that shit. I'm gonna read that shit. No questions asked. I'm gonna read the work of Al-Hazred if that is the Necronomicon. You better believe it. I'm gonna read that. I'm gonna read it. Don't even ask me. I'm gonna read it. You don't have to ask. Oh shit, look at that. Holy shit. Haha, the book. In the nameless bookstore, Pierce traced the trail of an attempted burglary. He discovered that Charles Hawkins was behind the attempt. Pierce opened the bookseller's safe to find what the latter and Sarah Hawkins had hidden there. A book covered in human skin lay inside, irresistibly attracted the detective. When he opened it, his mind was projected into another body. Oh shit. Projected into another body. So I'm just gonna take a pee while this game is loading up because all these excitement is making me pee. And also coffee, diuretic and all. So I'm just gonna take a pee first. Okay, we back.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
What can you tell me about him?
He was highly agitated an hour ago. We were about to tie him down when he fell asleep. 10 minutes ago, he curled up into a fetal position. I thought he was waking up, but no.
What are his symptoms?
His temperature has been going down, his skin losing its color, his body rigid. I closed his eyes myself. They were glassing over. I didn't want them to dry out, and I couldn't bear to look at the expression on his face.
You did well. Don't worry. Let's stay professional, if you will. I don't recognize him. Did he just arrive on the island?
He said he worked on the docks, but not with Captain Fitzroy. I think he works for Ms. Baker.
Who?
You know, the woman at the head of their gang. They call her Cat.
Oh, I see.
Do you have other questions?
Yes.
Show me his file.
That's not possible.
Don't tell me Dr. Fuller has taken this file as well. We need it.
That's why I called you. This man's ailment has been hidden from us.
Come on now. What was he treated for?
An intoxication, I was told. After inhaling chemicals.
Inhaling chemicals?
That'll do for the time being.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
Did you inject him with a tranquilizer?
No, Doctor. Not me, not anyone. Our stock is empty, yet again.
Again? But there was enough for the whole island.
More and more people are suffering from insomnia. We can't refuse to help.
Of course.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
Very well. I'll examine him.
Examine the patient. So we're not Pierce at this time. So what do I got in my inventory? I am not Pierce at the moment. I am Doctor.
30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell. His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky. Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, This man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Okay.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
It's not.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth. In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes, like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
Nagiging isda siya.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
These are alarming symptoms. If we don't act, he'll die.
Do you believe that? I'm not as convinced, you see. I even think this man has a strong chance of completely healing from his ailments.
No, Doctor. This patient isn't himself anymore. He's dying.
Really? What do you mean by isn't himself?
He's changing. His physical characteristics, they are more animal than human now.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Yeah,
Oh, that evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
say,
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep Mum.
Consult diary. Get into Fuller's office. Okay. You gotta find those files.
This place draws you in and never lets you go. The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
Yeah, but where is his office?
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch Donovan?
Oh, listen to the way you talk, you naughty girl. And the answer is no. You can imagine that she doesn't dare say a thing. That silly goose lets herself be trodden on.
Oh well, at least we won't have to clean for a while.
And just wait and see the next time the water's cut off. It's a real show.
Pharmacy.
We're running out of this medicine.
I know, Doctor. We sent the purchase order, though, and Mrs. Donovan refused it.
Once again.
Can't you do anything?
Donovan takes her instructions directly from Dr. Fuller. I'm afraid I can do nothing about it for the moment.
Sad. Uomo Delinquente, the pseudo-scientific work by Cesare Lombroso, correlates an individual's morphology with his criminal dispositions. What? Seriousness of this study and the accuracy of the demonstrations can deceive an uninformed reader. What? Uomo Delinquente. Nakasidbi-sidbi na mga libro yan. What's this?
We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks.
Oh. Out of staff.
We're running out of this medicine.
I know, Doc.
Once again.
Can't you do...
Donovan,
Oh, what is that?
the doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high.
Barbiturates. So, bathroom man.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
I can't make these decisions without her approval. Imagine if there were a leak. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and endure her reproach until she's settled the problem.
I see. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
The hell? Locker room. Pretty dark room. be lighter now, but still pretty dark. Reference Book of Medical Sciences. So this is a hiding place? Well, not for the doctor, apparently.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do.
Bitch.
Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office.
Okay, that's
But
it.
rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless. Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes but rest. I will.
Distract Donovan, cut off the water. Okay. Okay. So at least I know where the office is now. Okay, so we want to memorize this place. Thomas Fuller, head physician. Boiler room is always closed half the time.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
Dr. Colden, we need you at once in Dormitory B.
What's the
What is
sitch?
the problem?
Mr. Evans seems to be having trouble with his IV.
I'll see to it right away.
And the family of Mrs. Harding is asking to see her medical file.
I'll never understand why it's so hard to see patients' files around here.
Rules are rules. See, with Dr. Fuller, he's in charge. Anyhow, they're still waiting, and I don't think they'll leave until they get what they want.
Understood. Anything else?
As a matter of fact, yes. A man has been brought up from the basement.
Oh. What state is he in now?
You should go see for yourself, Doctor.
The boiler room key is not in its place. Dr. Fuller always keeps his key with him.
Dr. Colden.
It's like a maze here.
It's a quiet little town. Days go by, steady as ever. I wanted more
There's
for
no way I'm
myself.
leaving until I find what Fuller is hiding.
I don't get why they have us waiting so long. Almost no patients here.
Brad.
Ethan,
Marie,
what are you doing here?
I'm waiting for my medication, of course. Why?
You're not here for treatment, right?
Am I so obvious?
Only to me. I know you worry about me.
I trust you. I'm happy to see you.
Me too, Ethan. Is that all?
Well, there might be something else. I'm not sure.
Tell me.
I have nightmares. They keep me awake every night. It seems stupid, I know, but they're terrible.
Actually, you're not the only one.
No. No one has ever seen the things I see. It's like I'm turning mad.
So many people have this affliction. It's like an epidemic.
Do you think it might be related to Fuller's work?
I don't know yet, but I will figure all this out. Everyone in Darkwater is suffering from nightmares.
Really?
We don't have any medication left.
Oh, there's no excuse then. I should let you work.
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
Is everything all right, Ethan?
Yeah, I know I should go.
I will work until late.
Oh, all right.
Oh, all right.
Where did my fiancée go? I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with work.
Sorry, but nobody can take anything until I finish the inventory.
Sorry naman.
This man, Edward Pierce, his file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him?
So, ito yung habang nasa hospital si Pierce. Mga nakaraang araw. So, this is the boiler room. And it's locked.
The door to the boiler room is locked. I have to get the key if I wish to get rid of Donovan.
Where to find the key? This is the locker room. This is connecting to Donovan's office. You can just kill this bitch, you know. Key to the boiler room? Where is it? Operating.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
Washroom.
The boiler room key is not in its place.
Doctor, those people need you at the dormitory.
Would you know where the key to the boiler room is?
Betty didn't put it back in its place. Well, she took it to lock the door.
I'll ask her. Thank you.
But if I may say so, Doctor, I think that the problems of our patients are more urgent than the plumbing.
I'll tend to it. Don't worry.
Who's Betty?
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I'm going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling. His binds left bloody wounds.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
Those basement brutes tied him up too tight, and now he's hurt.
I keep trying to heal his wounds, but he reopens them.
Do you have a diploma as a nurse?
Excuse me?
So take care of this man.
Bitch. Bitch. Gotcha, bitch. Ang ina mo, ha? May diploma ka pala eh. Bitch got owned.
Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
Wala key to the boiler room.
The key to the boiler room. All I have to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait.
Okay. But wanna check these patients though.
Could this have been avoided?
Irene Sanders Medical. Irene Sanders. Autopsy report? Autopsy was done by Dr. Fuller. He describes a wound to the right side of the head due to a shot point blank range and comes to the conclusion that it was suicide? What
Mrs. Sanders? Oh, God!
the hell?
Oh, how hard. Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation.
Ako.
Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands. Hay fever. What's he doing here?
Hey, Fever. How you doing? Hey, Fever. Ito ba yung pasyente kanina? Yep, ito nga yun.
Chronic insomnia. Like half the island.
Yeah.
This place draws you in and never lets you go. The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest.
It's temperamental,
It's so
if I
unfair.
understand correctly. It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
Ano bang pasyente? Saan ba yung pinapunta?
Doctor, those people need you at the dormitory.
I'll tend to it. Don't worry.
Dormitory. Saan ba? Can I ask
Do you want something? I
Yeah.
think that you're needed in Block B, Doctor. Please, I'll be in trouble with Mrs. Donovan if I'm late.
Block B. Ito na nga. Okay na ata eh. Unless I missed something. Sanders is dead. This one was... Well... Hmm.
He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
Broke his back, eh?
Ah, the whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
What about it?
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back?
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out.
I'll just sleep a bit more. I'll just sleep a bit more.
Ba dapat nasa morgue yun na yung isang yun? I want to treat everybody here.
Intoxication from breathing organic vapors.
Dr. Colden?
Nothing else to say to me?
Dr. Colden?
Just that, Dr. Cole, nothing else. Would you guys need my help or something?
She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney.
What? Nephrectomy is removal of the kidney.
I'll just sleep a bit more.
Irene Sanders. Ito yung pinag-infusion ko. This one has hay fever. A patient file.
Dr. Colden? Dr. Colden?
I think that's all of them. Wait a minute. Nope, that's all of them. Where's that bitch? Where's that bitch nurse? Ina ka pa dyan, ha?
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't
It's
make this up.
temperamental, if I understand
I'm the one who
correctly.
pays. What a pest. Everything all right, Dr. Colden?
All is well, Elizabeth, thank you. I was making sure the water wasn't cut off yet again.
Thank God, no. The water's running. I have no desire to call Donovan for help.
Sorry about that.
courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yeah, I'm gonna be bugging, I'm sorry.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
What is temperamental? What are you talking about? So this is the boiler room. That's the entrance to the office. Go straight here, and there you go. Wanna close this door? Okay. So how are we gonna fuck this up? How are we gonna fuck this up?
I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
Okay. Let's find a tool. Lots of tools here. I mean, there's bound to be something. There's bound to be. Where do I find a tool?
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays.
It's temperamental, if
What
I
a
understand
pest.
correctly.
It's so unfair.
The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
You gotta get there first. Kitchen.
Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food.
Good to know. Storage room. What is this? It's a toilet. Is that a tool? Yes, it is. A monkey wrench. I can use this to hit Donovan. Be done with it, right? Just whack him on the head with this one. Whack him in the head. Whack him in the head. But I didn't get treated like properly. There's an achievement that requires me
Dr. Colden?
to treat
I'll
them.
just sleep a bit more.
So I really want to treat these people. Anyway. Let's try to go to the boiler room now. Administration. Boiler room. Let's close the door. Okay. Boiler. I'm just gonna pause the game a bit.